Good morning, social media world, Facebook and Twitter and YouTube this morning. This is Christopher Donnell, one of the pastors at Urbana UMC, and it is Monday morning, meaning it's time for Motivational Monday. And hopefully, you are feeling motivated after maybe a long Christmas weekend. I know we had a long one, an exciting one, but always a long one. It's like everybody's always just dead for the next couple of days. It seems like nobody wants to move or get off the couch. Or I know when I got home from church yesterday, um, you walk in and there's just like a minefield of toys and wrapping paper just from the fallout of Christmas, and it's awesome. But I just went and started cleaning everything, and then the whole house started cleaning, and we got it all done. But now we're like again dead again. So again, hopefully you had some fun doing that. Hopefully you got to spend some time with your family, which is the most important part of being with all these those who love us and that we love. And hopefully you got to spend some time reflecting on your faith, on your relationship with God, and being thankful for the birth of Jesus this season. Um, we're in that in between week, the build up to Christmas, and then again the pause and the fallout of the aftermath, recuperating, getting our ducks in order for the next thing, and then New Year's is this coming weekend. So there's this we're right smack dab in between the two holidays, and the way it fell this year. They're both on the weekend, and so for many of you, you're going back to work this morning, and some of you have the whole week off, which is awesome. So my motivation for us to this morning is, we're just finishing Christmas and we're going into the new year. So what is it that God has done in this past year that we can really reflect on and be thankful for going into this new year? Um, and I kind of put it in there in the title, Do You Have Enough? Because there are seasons for everything. There are is in the scriptures it says, there's a time for crying, there's a time for laughing, there's a time for living, there's a time for dying, um, there's a time for war, there's time for peace, there's a time for everything. And I think about the time that we just came out of, the build up for Christmas. I mean, this excitement and this busy and this hustle. And then there's this week, which is like this weird in between space between another big holiday where we make proclamations for 2022 and goals, and again maybe parties with your families and friends, and um, but there's this lag, and so there's a time for rest and reflection just as much as there is time for hype and build up and craziness. And so, my invitation for you, and maybe maybe this is a build up week for you. We're all in different spaces, but is to ask what time it is for you. Is it a time for rest? Is it time for recharge? Are you running on empty? Are you overflowing? Do you need to share some of your energy and your what you have going on in your life with others around you? So really, just this to spend this week in reflection, and then I wanted to essentially just bless you all this morning for this 2022 new year. I mean, the next time we'll all be together will be January 3rd, and we have already rang in a new year. And so again, I asked this question: Do you have enough? And what I hope you have plenty for this new year. And I was reading in Second Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8. This is the New Living Translation. It says, "And God will generously provide all you need. Then you will always have everything you need and plenty left over to share with others." And that is the blessing that it is when we are in relationship with God and with each other, is that we always have everything we need. But then the abundance, the more, that there's enough for us to share with others. So that is what I am praying for you in this week leading up to this new year, is that you will experience the abundance of God, and that you'll experience everything you need. And so, if maybe the Christmas season was a little chaotic and you're feeling a little empty, I pray that you will find what God has for you this week, that He has exactly what you need. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling blue, I pray that you'll experience all that He has for you this week as you choose to meet with Him, whether that's taking a walk or a drive, reading some scriptures, praying, putting on some worship music, or going to a Bible study with a friend, or just calling somebody up to talk. I pray that you experience everything that you need, and so much so that when you experience it, you'll have more for others as well. And so that is this New Year blessing. That is, do you have enough? Because God is enough. And in the different times and seasons we're in with this holiday, it could feel a little chaotic. And so reflect on that this week. And a little shout out to River of Life and some of the other churches in town, Second Jerusalem Baptist Church, and some others are hosting a New Year's Eve celebration at River of Life with a bunch of churches involved. And so, if that's something you're interested in, it starts at 7:30 and goes all the way till midnight, and to worship in the new year and be with the body of Christ. My family will be there. We'd love to see you. Again, it's great to be with other believers in this season, but it's just also really cool to be able to spend those final moments of 2021 and kind of give it to God, what has happened this year, and also laying before Him 2022 and asking again, maybe that same prayer, 2 Corinthians 9:8, that God will generously provide all that you need. Then you'll always have everything you need and plenty left over to share with others. So pray that this week. Join us on Friday, the New Year's Eve celebration, if you can, and know that God is here in this season, even in the times of chaos and the times of quiet, recharge and relaxing, and in the going and descending. He's there, and he has abundance for us in that. So we love you. We're praying for you, and we'll see you next year.